As my mum would say, I have a problem. Hi guys, welcome back. So a few days ago I went out with the intention of trying to find some more Stephen King books to add to my non-collection. And I went into a few charity shops and turns out none of them had any Stephen King. But I still ended up buying 8 more books that I didn't set out on buying. So in the first shop I bought The Dying Game by Asa Advik. I've read a little bit of this so far. Seems quite good. Haven't got a full opinion formed yet. So this takes place when Anna Francis is hired to pretend to be dead on an island to test a bunch of strangers to see how they'll react in the situation. That's as much as I've gathered from this book so far. The end of the synopsis says, as soon as Anna steps onto the island, she realises something isn't quite right, and then a storm rolls in. The power goes out and the real game begins. So, I'm guessing something goes wrong with her pretending to be dead. We shall see. The second book I got from the same charity shop was Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. This was £1, but I've heard some very good things about this. I've heard it talked about a lot on BookTube. So when I saw it for £1, couldn't resist. It says on the back here it was originally for £15. So that was a bargain. Oh, cat decided to join. She's really interested in books too. I'm excited to read this. This is about a woman who is kind of stuck in a rut. She does the same thing every day, doesn't really change her routine, but she likes it that way. But when something in her life happens, she is forced to change and change her routine, change her life, and it's about her coming to terms with the good and bad that is in her life. In the second bookshop I got Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. I have already read this. I loved it. Cried. Seen the movie. I can't even watch a trailer without crying. Now I'm sure you know the synopsis to Me Before You, but basically it's about a woman called Lou Clark who signs up as a career to look after a quadriplegic man called Will Taylor. She's never had a caring job before, so she's not really sure what she's got herself into, and it's about the relationship that them two form over time. Yes, I read this about 4 or 5 years ago, and I read it on my phone, so I never bought the actual copy. So I'm happy to own this now, and this was only 50p. I'll probably reread it soon because I don't really remember the book that well. From that same charity shop I got The Wife Between Us by Grenier Hendricks. I'll start with the hardback and Sarah Peakenham. Not sure, probably not how you pronounce it, but I gave it a shot. This does seem like something I like. The only reason I picked this up is because I watched a video by Books and Lala where she gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I take her recommendations very seriously. So I thought I'd like it too, and I do like thrillers, so I'm hoping I'll enjoy this as well. We shall see. From what I can tell about this book, it's about a man and a wife who split up, and the man gets another girlfriend, another wife, and we don't really know what's happening. She seems quite obsessed with her husband's new wife, but we're not sure why, and that's all I can really gather from this book so far. Now from the last store I got 4 books for £1. This one I got Hannibal Rising by Thomas Harris. I have the Hannibal collection over there, but I do not have Hannibal Rising, so I thought I'd buy this. Yeah, just to add to my Hannibal collection. The next is An Unwanted Guest by Cherie Le Penna. Now, I wasn't originally going to get this book, but I left the store and went to my local Waterstones and saw it in the window and realised I would pay full price for that book. So I went back and got it for 25p. So this is about two strangers that come to a inn, I'm guessing a B&B kind of place, and a storm happens, and later on the night they find a body, and they soon realise that a killer is in the house, and it's just about them trying to find out who the killer is and what happened during the storm. The third book is One Day by David Nicholas. Now, I have watched a movie to this. I watched it when it first came out. I went to the cinema to see it. So this book came out in 2011, so I must have seen the movie around 2012, 2013, I want to say. Loved the movie, so I thought I'd give the book a go. This is about two people, Emma and Dexter, and you only see them one day every year. You get a segment from their lives one day every year. On the 15th of July every year, you get told what's happened with their life. You get to see one day from their life and what's changed and when they'll next see each other. I'm excited to read this because obviously it'll be different, well, a bit different to the movie, I'm guessing. And the last book is the book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Now, I have read this twice already, but I originally owned the book Thief movie cover. This is a book I've read twice. I think I read this in 2013, and then I read it again last year or the year before. Still love it, still my favourite book, but I don't really like movie covers on my books, so when I saw the original cover I had to get it. And it's so pretty. I still want to get the 10th year edition book, which I love, and I still haven't got it yet, but I'm happy to have the non-movie cover. So yes, that's all 8 books that I got on my charity shop hunt for Stephen King, which obviously included no Stephen King, so I'm still looking for cheap Stephen King books. We shall see. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!